By 14, Daniel was no longer just a ghost in his uncle's house. He was a ghost in the city. While other kids went to school, Daniel spent his days working the back alleys of the market, lifting crates until his fingers bled and his back felt like breaking. Every coin he earned was handed straight to Uncle Robert. Every single one. If he was even a single coin short, the door to the house stayed locked, leaving him to sleep on the cold concrete outside. He learned to survive on the scraps of the city. He learned that the world didn't care about a boy with no name and no protector. But Daniel had a secret. Deep in the nights when the house was dead silent, he didn't sleep. Instead, by the dim light of a stolen candle, he taught himself the things they refused to teach him. He studied discarded books, tore apart broken radios to see how they worked, and memorized the faces and habits of the wealthy merchants who traded in the upper districts. He observed how power worked. He watched how money moved. He was starving, he was exhausted, and his clothes were in rags, but his mind was becoming a weapon. Then came the winter he turned 16. A fever tore through the lower streets, and Daniel collapsed on the freezing floor of the market, his lungs burning. He dragged himself back to the house, barely conscious, begging for help. Uncle Robert didn't look up from his dinner. He just looked at Daniel's empty hands. "No work, no entry," his uncle muttered, and slammed the heavy wooden door right in Daniel's face. As the snow began to fall, Daniel collapsed against the locked door, his vision fading. For the first time in years, he whispered his mother's name into the dark. He thought he was going to die right there on the porch of the only family he had left. But he didn't die. Instead, something inside him snapped. The last shred of the boy who wanted to be loved died on that frozen porch. In his place, a man was born.